provision and for his protection. We thank God for how he has been with us. Um, and I want to say thank you to Babatu and to everybody who has been saying hello to me. Sorry if I'm not able to respond to many of us, honestly. Um, yeah, just accept me as it is because I may not be able to attend to a lot of several calls and all of that. But we thank God for His mercy. We thank God for His grace. I Yes, just like Baba said, I had a major accident in a couple of days ago. I was coming back from office and then a lady actually ran over my car. She ran a red light on me, and then it was a very terrible scene where my car became totaled. Um, and I actually came out by His grace. So I believe God's protection is sure over our lives.
Mm,
Just like you said, the policeman came and then the lady actually said she didn't know what happened. She saw the red light, but she kept on driving, you know.
mm,
So, and then she happened to run over my car, and everything just in a moment, in a flash, the whole of my life was, just flashed before me straight, you know.
mm.
But I'm here. I'm here by God's grace. So,
Hallelujah.
so that will lead me to start today's class. I want to say this as much as God would help you, and in whatever you do, I want to say this as part of our life principle. Do not take anything for granted. Do not take anything that anybody does for you for granted. Um, no matter how small it is, you understand what I'm saying? Um, don't take it for granted. Don't say what what should anyone shiri, you know. Don't be in that shoe. I know a lot of us have needs. I have needs, and I'm praying to God to actually meet my needs. But you must get to a point in your life that whoever has not helped you or has not met your need will not become your enemy. Are you following what I'm saying now? See, many of us we don't get our prayer answered eventually because we are living in bitterness.
Mm,
You are angry that somebody did not do what you're supposed to do. You are angry that your uncle did not do what you're supposed to do. You are thinking, as rich as they are, I ask them for 100,000, they are giving me 10,000. And how can they? Hmm. If somebody give you 10,000, honestly, do a Thanksgiving of 1 million. Ẹ ṣeun sá o. In fact, even if the thing has not met your need, are you get what I'm saying now? You are only sowing a seed for God to actually raise help for you. You are sowing a seed for God to raise up for you. But other than that, many of us just get angry. And then once you begin to get bitter over however small the provision is, you are blocking what God is able to do, again for you. So you want to be careful, honestly. That's what I'm saying. Don't take anything for granted. Don't take anything for granted. You understand? So I'm even saying that even from the perspective of whatever God is doing in your life as well. You know, somehow I just thought about it a few days ago too, that alone ti di alárìífín wa. Like God has become our paddy, our mate. That okay, as if God is under obligation to keep you alive. God is not under obligation to keep you alive. Oh. If He kills you, the world is not going to stop. If you die today, I don't pray you do, but honestly, it doesn't change anything about who God is. So when you wake up in the morning and you come back at night, don't get too tired. Are you following me now? To um to keep you know saying, God, I thank you. You understand? Thank you. Even thank God. Thank the people that God has used for you. Like I said, just don't take all these small things for granted. I was telling someone, I said, look, that accident that happened. If perhaps I have not, maybe 2, 3 seconds would have made a difference. 2, 3 seconds. But I don't know why God just let me just go through it. If I had waited 3 seconds, she probably would have. You know what I mean? If I had gone faster, 3 seconds or 2, 3 seconds, I would have missed it. But I don't know. Why would it just right on target? Right, if I ride in the middle of my car, we just move in there. And even at that, God is still God. So um, don't take anything for granted. And then even in all your situation, don't let your joy, don't let your happiness, don't let what you do, don't let your respect, your reference. Okay, I don't want to use the word respect. I don't want to use the word respect for God. I'll use the word reference. Don't let your reference for God be triggered by results, not by results. Like like about what God is doing. That's what is making me give him, thank him and all of that. You know, I was I was talking to somebody over the phone sometimes ago. I remember that conversation, and I was saying that in fact, by the time God do this thing, we will dance and we will thank God. You know what she
Mm.
said to me over the phone? She said, even if God does not do it, I'm going to dance and I'm going to thank him. That's what she just said. And that statement made a lot of, shocked me. I said, when God do this thing, we will dance and thank God. And she returned and said, look, excuse me, sir, even if God does not do it, I'm going to dance and I'm going to thank God. That kind of, so meaning that God is still God, whether my prayer is answered or not. So do not take anything for granted. And I know that we understand what I'm trying to say. Next, I also want to say this while today we are actually looking at 7 proven ways to find opportunity. 7 proven ways to find opportunities, but I'm going to come to that. Uh, the next thing I want to say, please take note of this thing because I want to talk about, some key life, principles that is going to help you. Is to know. The next thing is for you to understand that your assignment is your assignment. Your assignment is not my assignment. That's the Does it make sense to you? So your assignment is your assignment. Are you following me now? My assignment is my own assignment. So you understand it from the perspective of the fact that whether people, I want you to understand it that whether people encourage you or not, whatever you feel your calling is, whatever you feel your career is, whatever you feel you want to do with your life, you understand what I'm saying now? Face your assignment and do it. Sometimes, and a lot of times, people don't have time for your assignment. Are you following me? You are the one that must have time for your assignment. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Um, okay, let me take it from the angle of, let's talk about maybe okay, let's even take pastor for instance. That one will definitely be able to relate to it. Okay, God has called you to, probably to be an evangelist or to do something and all of that, and then you are trying to get your friend. Let's go and preach. Let's go and do evangelism. And then you are trying to get people. Are you following what I'm saying now? You're trying to get people. No, let's even talk from the basic point of, that evangelistic, people God has called who, to do something that from that point of view. And then you called about, say for instance, you reach out, you do all you can do, and then you're trying to get about 20 people. And at the end of the day, only one person followed you. And you're just like you, and then you keep on thinking that the other people, and then you keep on feeling like, why are they not? I don't understand. This is God's work. This is what God has called me to do. See, you are the one God has called to do the work. Keep doing your work. Are you following me now? Reach out to other people, get them involved, and that is why you should be grateful. Don't take anything for granted. You should be grateful for resources, especially human resources. When you see people that are, supporting your vision, trying to go with you, it is not their vision, it's your vision. Oh. It's your vision. It's your assignment. Whether they do it or not, I'm telling you, quote and unquote, they will still make heaven. Because I tell people, look, other people have their own vision too. If the only thing you want to pray is that God will send helper of destiny. When I'm talking about helper of destiny, I'm not just talking about people that will give you money. I'm talking about people that will give you time. I'm talking about people that will give you their intellect, people that will give you their resources, people that even when you have paid staff, you want to pray that they will be helper of destiny. There are paid staff that are destroyer of destiny. Are you following me now? There are paid staff. So don't take anything on the surface. Actually, I'm saying paying to them, they are supposed to deliver now. I'm telling you, they will destroy you. So you want to make you want to you want you don't want to take anything right on the surface and think that, okay, yes, because they are not part of my ministry, they are not part of my company, they are not working for me, definitely I expect them to deliver, I expect them to do this, I expect them to do that, because honestly, it takes you to pray that God will actually send the right kind of people to your team and people that will help the vision that God has given you. Other than that, honestly, even if it's just you alone, you have to keep on carrying it. This thing, you have to keep on doing it. And honestly, the path of greatness is a lonely path. It's going to be you. Yeah, those people that you see, the people are running around them. Everybody want to help them. People want to be their PA. They want to be. I'm telling you, if they tell you their story, they've gone through the lonely path. That part where nobody was there. That part where they have to read all night. You are sleeping. And that's something that you have to get to that point in your life where, the school that you go to before, you have somebody say, go to school now, try and read your book now. Until you get to a point where nobody is actually telling you not to read your book and you're still reading, that's when you start learning. You've not started learning, when people are encouraging you, read now, study now, do this now, you've not started. You've got to go through that part. That is the part where it's just going to be you and you and you and you. So your assignment is your assignment. Face your assignment. Don't hold it against anybody if they don't go with you. Try as much as possible to get people involved in your vision, in your whatever, but you know what? You don't want to hold it against anybody because everybody have their own assignment. Everybody has got their own assignment. Everybody has got their own whatever that they are facing. So if you're able to pull people to join you, oh, glory to God. Oh, thank God for that. But if nobody joins you, it is nobody's business. It's your business. In fact, whether First Thessalonians, I can't remember now, Colossians, he said, let every man learn to mind their own business. Mind their own business. You will need people actually. But you know what? Pray that God will send the right people to you. And then if you try to get people involved and they are not, that is not a reason for you to stop. I've seen somebody who is doing a program, who runs one program on, usually she calls me, they call me over to come and speak on that event. It's a very, whatever. It's a very big program, and once in a while on Saturdays I'll be called up and I will speak on that event. People will ask questions, and all of a sudden, let's move the microphone. And all of a sudden, I don't get no invite. This program is no longer holding. And I asked my friend, who is the host? I said, what happened now? Your program is not going. When I'll call people to let us do the thing, they will just be doing like they are not serious. I'll call. I said, so who did God call to do the program? Is it you or them? But at least they accepted to work with. If it's not fair to work with you, man, find your way and do what God has, because you are the one that is God hold accountable. You are the one that God accountable. So your assignment is assignment too. My assignment is my own assignment. I have my own. And it doesn't have to look like your own. The fact that I'm not talking on, the fact that I'm not speaking on, on microphones, or I'm not doesn't mean that I'm not doing whatever, it is that I'm supposed to do with my life. Because right now, people have actually equate success or whatever, that you're doing something with your life about what you're able to post on Facebook or what you're able to post on Instagram or what you're able to, do on Twitter. I may not tweet what I'm doing, but you know what? I bury my head in whatever it is I'm doing, and I'm working towards results. So it's not about, the too much noise. And honestly, when I see so much noise on social media, I know there's an emptiness somewhere. I know there is an emptiness somewhere when there's so much noise. You want to be hard, you want to be seen, you want to know that you bought it, you want them to know you bought a new cloth, you want them to know you just went to use one new toilet, you want them to know that you just went to eat at one new restaurant, you want them to, there's an emptiness somewhere.
You can make your life easy.
People who are busy don't even have time to post so much about themselves. Who are doing something reasonable. So maybe once in a while they want to put more, it's good, put something up there.
Easier. You can find answer a
understand
lot
the fact
easily.
that your assignment
now
is your assignment. Even if nobody joins me, if nobody encourages me, I'm still going to keep on.
Difficult.
See, I don't know if you've read that. Go and read the fourth dimension. I've said it in this meeting before. Go and read how people like Paul Yongicho build the biggest church in the whole world.
All of that.
This guy for like 2 years or thereabout that he was preaching to empty church. Empty church.
But I'm asking you to just engage
his wife was trying to discourage him. He used his wife as a experiment. So many things happened. Empty church for good
I
2
get what I'm
years.
trying to say now. So that's why I'm
Those are
saying
the
a big
people that the
congratulations to you,
likes of
because
Bishop
each time
Oyedepo
you show up in
understudy.
class,
That there's somebody that,
you don't know what you're
Bishop
doing to
actually
your life, to
respects.
your
It's Paul
destiny. You are
Yongicho.
making your life
Because
easy.
even when nobody came,
Because you will
he got
never
to, we
know
try
where
to get
some of the
people to,
things you
but
are
he kept
hearing
on
here is going
going.
to be an
So
answer
that
to your life
wilderness,
problem.
that part where nobody is, you've got to understand
That's how
that
you got to
my
continue,
assignment
find
is
a way
my
to attend
assignment.
seminars. When I
And
told
my
us go
assignment will
for
not
seminar, pay
die in
good,
my
do
hand
paid seminar,
because
don't just go for free
nobody
stuff or
joins me.
people.
No,
So
it's not going to
even this
die.
ones are see, that is why
It's not going to
in the
die.
psychology, in the world of
And my
in the
assignment is not
psychology,
going to die because somebody said I don't know how
of
to do
things.
it. I don't owe you explanation. I'm going
This
to
kind
try.
of training that
So
we
that's
do,
why I
some
say
people will not,
do
even when
things
I'm
professionally. Make sure you are
when I've been
you are
invited,
actually
where
sharpening your skill,
I've
your
spoken in
tools
a
to
place
be
where,
on
like I
top
said,
of
for 2 days,
whatever
I was
it is
paying
that
1
God has
million
given you
naira.
to do.
That's
But you
about
know
10 years
what?
ago. 1 million naira for
Your
2 days.
negative
Now,
comments
when people
is
say,
not going to make
when
me
they say people
stop
should
my
come to that
assignment.
seminar, they were asking people to pay 200,000. And it's
I don't
just
know
me
whether
and
I
my
mentioned
friend
it
that
to
were
us here.
coming
I
to
went
speak.
to preach at one
And
church
you see,
in
a lot of
to
people
speak at one
came.
event
And I
at
calculated
Ijesha.
these people, these
And
people
I
must
was,
have made over
then
20
I don't
million
know. I was
for
just,
these people that
I
came
was
around for
so
this seminar.
engrossed, and I
But
was
it's just the same thing.
I thought I
So
spoke
people
to, and
think,
somebody said
for something to be
after the event,
200,000,
hey, my
man,
brother,
that
what
must
are you
be
doing
very, very
on the?
serious to
You
say
don't
they
have
showed
any
up.
business. You don't even
Now,
sound
because
like
you
a
say this
preacher.
is free,
I just do
people
my.
think,
I
if it's
just
free things, then maybe they
somebody
want to
else. I
talk
don't
about
even
church. That's why they don't
talk
show
like
up.
I'm a preacher.
So
I get on there,
sometimes
whatever it is that the
when
Holy
we
Spirit
begin to
of God
attach
lays on my
value,
heart.
or when we
I
begin to
just say
attach
it and it
cost to some
comes to
certain
me.
things,
I don't
it's for a
follow the
reason.
normal
So
protocol. Oh
that
yeah, let us
people will
pray.
know
Oh
that,
yeah, I don't know
according
whatever
to
the Holy
Yoruba
Spirit speak. I
language,
can even
Ogun
start
tá
from
a
the
bá
head to the
fowó rà,
beginning of
ibo ni
whatever I
máa ń
want to
gbé?
talk.
Ẹ̀yìn àrò ló máa ń
Depending
gbé.
on the way
So you
the
don't
Holy
want
Spirit
this
leads.
Ogun to be,
And the man
because
worker
you're not
said,
paying, so you
you
might
don't have
likely
any
not even do the
business. Say
assignment.
you don't even have any quality. You
When I
don't have
speak in some classes
homiletics,
where people pay,
homiletics.
when I say
I don't
write
know
your
what they
name,
call it.
some people
Today
write
the
it 10
person doesn't even
times
know where to be found.
because they paid. And
But
they
that
want to
statement
see
would have
they
made
want
me
to be sure
stopped.
that they
My
don't
assignment
they're
is
not
my
wasting
assignment.
their
I don't care
money.
what to say about it. I am ultimately
So even if you have not paid here, because
responsible
that's going
to
to lead me
God.
to start talking
If
about
God said this is not the way I want it, then I'm responsible to God.
our
So you
previous
don't
class.
want
Today is
to
just for review and
you don't want to
to
judge
begin
your
to give us
success
introduction to what
by whether people
we are
join
going to
you
be
or not.
expecting
You don't want to join your
in the
success
next
by people's
in the
comment
next
or not.
5
It's
weeks.
good
This
to
is the
actually
first
check,
week. We are good.
so you
The
can
first
check them.
week is
But you
going to
know
be for
what? They
introduction.
are
The
not
last
the
4 weeks going to
basic
be for
parameter to
the main class
measure
itself. So
whether you're actually
just
doing
to give us
something
an idea of
reasonable
what
or
we are
not.
getting into. So
So please, be
ensure that,
careful,
like I said,
be
continue learning,
mindful
continue
of your
reading books. And
assignment,
when you're reading
not
books,
other
don't read
people's
easy stuff.
assignment. Other people's assignment is
Don't
that
read
if you can
romance.
help other
Yes,
people,
romance is good.
I need people in my own
Maybe
assignment.
for people that
At
are
the same time,
married.
you need to do
Romance
something
is
for other
good.
people
But
too
you
in
know
their own
what?
ministry
Read
or in their own calling or
hard
their own career
stuff
or whatever they're doing.
so that your life can
Everybody's
be
assignment
easy.
is their own assignment.
So that your
Your
life
assignment is
can
yours.
be
Your
easy.
assignment is
So
not my
read
assignment.
those things that
It's
are
not my
very hard.
assignment.
Those things that they say
Yes,
that is
I have
difficult.
a
Those are
duty
the
of
things you
care.
should read.
I have a duty of
Those
I
things that
have
are
a duty
difficult to understand.
of love
Seek
to
to
encourage you. If and if
understand
I don't
them.
encourage you, encourage yourself.
And thank God that we're talking
But
about
let's try as much
capacity
as possible to
building
encourage each other. Now, next, note
this
this
time
as
around.
well.
The whole lot of area that
Live by
we are going to be
principle
looking at to see how you
and
can
not
actually
by
build your
emotion.
capacity for life.
Live
Build
by
your capacity for
principle
life.
and not
Why? So
by
that you don't continue to waste
emotion. You can
opportunities.
take note of
I'm
that.
going to come to that. But
You
before
want
I
to
go to
live your
that,
life
I
by
just want us to,
principle
those of us who are in the last
and
class,
not by
um,
emotion.
um,
Live by
do
principle
we have,
and not
is
by
Mrs. Oladeji back to
emotion.
Nigeria?
Do you
Pastor
understand what
Mrs.
that
Oladeji?
means?
Is she back to
Live by
Nigeria now?
principle and not by emotion.
Not yet. She's
So,
still in Australia.
Oh, okay.
laws and principles, not emotion, govern
Who is raising my
success.
hand up? I'm seeing my hand raised up. Let me
Laws
lower
and
my hand.
principles
Okay, it's done. All right, so
and not
cool.
emotion
So
govern success.
the last class,
Even the
we
Bible
were
says
talking
that the
about
just
what were we
shall
talking
live by
about?
his faith, not
Anybody
by his
gonna say
emotion.
something? What was something
So,
that actually jumped at you
regardless of
that
what you're feeling,
you
regardless of
you keep it kept on resonating
the
with you,
emotional
you keep on remembering
disposition
it,
at
and
any point in time,
it's been with
let
you, and
your
that's why you're coming
principle
back again because, oh, I
be
need to go
your
back to that
principle.
class.
Let your
What did you learn
principle
specifically in the
be
last
your
class that you want to
principle.
talk about in 1
If I follow the quotable
minute or
quote
30
of people that
seconds?
are quoting quotes, they said
Yes.
for you to become principal, You
I'm not just going to be
must
talking
you
here.
must
We are
live by
reviewing, we are
principle.
talking.
So
Let's talk, let's say
your
something.
principle
Who
could
is in
be
the
that
class? I'm going to call you.
I am not going to do this. So
Yes, I'll start with
sometimes
Mr. Ladiji. Tell
for
us
people who
something.
live by principle, there are people that are called hardliners.
Pastor
You know,
Mr.
somebody
Ladiji.
could be crying,
It
somebody could
should
be
be
doing
about 6
whatever he's
p.m.
doing,
at your
but
hand, I
that
guess,
has
or
not changed
7
the
p.m.
fact that I am still going to maintain
Is she here with us?
integrity. I'm still going to maintain, so many people have actually gone into things that they're not supposed to go into because of the way they feel at
Mr.
some
Ladeji, are you
certain
there?
point in time. There are times they say that, I've said that here before, you don't want to make decision. Honestly,
Okay, talk.
when you're
Yeah, we're listening to
emotionally
you.
down, you want to make decision when you are sound, when
Actually,
you have a sound mind,
I was
when you can think clearly. When you can clearly see what your
actually
principles
I
are.
was thinking that maybe I
You
can
understand?
say it
So
off.
you don't want to live by
Actually,
by your emotion.
Excuse me, sir. I will not. I
You don't
will.
want
I
to
will
live
not
by
even want people
emotion.
to take their
You want to live
notes.
by emotion. Your
I
emotion,
don't want them to take
is not
their
a good
notes, sir.
parameter to
That's what I
measure
said.
Yeah, I want it to.
what
I
needs to
want
be
to be
done.
sure
You
that
need
What you have.
your principle remains your
something has
principle.
mixed. Something
Let
has
law,
mixed with
let
your.
the principle.
Something is happening.
It might be
at least
be
one
so
thing that
tough at
you
times, might be
took
so
out that you
difficult to say,
started
look,
practicing or
this is
something like,
who
look,
I
this
am.
one.
This is
Whether
what
my
I
note is
stand for. This is
available or
my
not, it
value.
has stick to
These
me.
are my value. This is what I do.
Okay. Yes. Issue of
This is who I am. You understand what
praying
I'm saying now?
first before
You see,
when
and
we
then
wake
other
up in
than
the
because your
morning. We
emotion
need to pray
goes,
first. Thank God
goes and
before
come. You don't
taking
feel
our phone.
good, and because you don't feel good,
Okay, that one I've been
you
practicing
don't
it.
because
Then
okay,
issue of
let's even take an example of
for us in
let's
Osley,
talk about our
I've
our emotion,
been I was
let's
I'm
talk
not
about
back to
sexual feeling.
Nigeria, but the
Now
little
you feel
I've been
like
able to
you want to do
Osley in
this,
the online.
then
So I'm
because you
proud
feel
of
like
it.
doing this and then you're
So that
doing
one
it, you do
I've learned it here.
what your body
That
asks you to
I
do.
should
Now,
proud of
against
my
the fact
hustle.
that
Whatever
there are
I'm doing,
principles that you
I should
live
be
by,
proud of
that
that. What I'm doing.
I'm not going to do
Then
this. It has become
we
something
shouldn't
in you. Like I'm not going
we
to do
shouldn't be
this, but because
dumping
you are
our
feeling this way,
problem on
now
somebody
that's why
else
you
to
see
help us.
when
We need
people
to
have
help ourselves
especially
too.
people who goes around sleeping around
So
doing one night
that's
stand.
what.
By the time they are done with that thing, now their
All
eyes
right,
will be
thank you
clear.
very much. Thank
And
you.
once
That's
their
a
eyes
very
is clear,
good
they
one.
remember
But
that
I'm going to start from the first point.
this is the way
Yes.
to live.
Well, I actually said
Are
we
you getting me
shouldn't
now?
touch our
That
phone first in the
sometimes,
morning, but
regardless
I
of
wasn't asking us to
how you
pray.
feel, you want to
Though, yeah,
respect, you
by
want to
extension, you
respect
want to
your
pray.
feeling.
But I
You
remember,
want to respect. I mean,
yeah, it's good
you
that
want to
okay,
respect your
yeah, at least the
principles.
habit of not
You want
picking
to
our phone
respect
is
your
very
Well, you
important.
value.
cannot take that from
It
her
actually
or
helps
from
you
anyone
because a
of
lot of
us.
people have actually destroyed
She's
their
a
life
pastor's
because of
wife, so
1 or 2, 3 minutes enjoyment,
Yeah, I'm just
and
saying
they
that
have
once you
thrown a
wake
way
up, wake up
a life principle, a life
meditatively.
value that
Like
yeah.
help them,
when you wake up in the morning,
become
even if you
great in
want to
life.
pray,
What makes a lot of people become small?
you want
What
to
makes them
pray
not
inspired prayer or
outstanding?
revealed. You just don't want
It's
to
just because of some certain
you
little
just want to pray
emotional
because
thing
it is normal to
that
pray first in the
they were not
morning.
able to overcome
Sometimes those
by
prayers
their
don't even get. So you want
principle.
to pray because there's there's a
Only principle,
motivation from within, there's an
people like
inspiration
that.
from
There are
within,
people
there's a
that not
revelation
anything
about,
can just,
like you could
I
sometimes
hope
when I wake up in
people,
the morning and I'm just
go.
meditating,
People
something will
that they
just
say,
like because we are
there are
meditating,
people
something will
that live
just
by
jump at
principles.
you.
People who are not going to bend the
You will
rule.
not
We're not
pray
going to bend
regular
the law.
prayer. You pray,
Yes, we are all human
and
beings.
a
We all
normal
want to know
prayer
what is
just fine.
bad, what is
Surely
not good. But
when
honestly,
you
if
suddenly
you know what
fall
your
on the
rules are, if you
light.
know what your values are, it's going to deliver you from the bondage of your emotion.
Yeah, this is not a prayer class.
Our
Anyway, this is not,
emotion
yeah,
is
it's
always
also,
trying to put
but I
us
believe
into
everybody here is a
bondage. It's always
Christian.
trying to
But
put
I've
us
been driving before. I was
under.
driving on the road. I
But
think
it
it was
takes
last year. I was
principle to
driving.
pull you out.
And while I was
So you
meditating,
must
something
know
just
what is your
jumped at
principle of
me.
time.
And it jumped so much
What
at
is
me
your
that I don't
principle
even,
of time? It's
I
actually
do
going
not
to
have
help you.
word to express myself to pray
Like I said, I
about
was
that
actually doing
thing.
a training
You know what?
recently,
I
and there's
started
so
praying
much
in tongues.
coursework. There's
I
so
just
much,
started praying in tongues.
to get
And
over.
that thought was really
They will
making that I
ask
know
us,
that I
they
wasn't
will give
single. I
you.
have to park. And guess
Sometimes I
what? By the
think
time I
will I
parked
be
my
able to
car,
make it through
I
this
parked
thing?
beside the
Because
police
it's so
officer.
much.
And
But
I
the
was
man
praying in
kept on
tongues,
saying something. Each
and I
time he
went down
gives an
my
assignment,
car.
he will say,
The guy was like, "Is everything okay, sir?
my
Everything okay?"
friends,
I was just
this thing is about time management. This is about time
It was
management.
just like,
And he kept
what is
on
this
talking
talking
about time management.
about?
Time management. The
The guy
principle of
just drove off. He
time
told me I
management.
was speaking in Spanish, or some kind
I
of
used
language he
to,
doesn't understand.
I
But it
not
was
even
just
used
like,
to.
how is
Still
this
my
guy?
mentor is my financial
Why
mentor
is
right
he
now.
shaking his head? And it
Very
was
rich
just,
guy, lives in
doing all
Nigeria,
of that.
you know,
That happens a lot of
came around
times
to the
when
US
you
recently.
fall into some kind
Some
of,
people, people in America will start contributing money.
some kind
They
of
call it
revelation.
mortgage. You
And
pay
I
mortgage
understand I
for like
wasn't praying because I
30
have
years. They
problems.
clear your house.
I was praying
This guy
because I
came
had
from
revelation about
Nigeria. He
something.
bought a
And I was so
house worth
excited in
about
my
$2 million.
spirit. So we don't
Pay
pray because we
cash,
have
and then
problems. And that's why
went
sometimes,
back to where he
with due
came from.
respect to, I
But
know a lot of
one
men out
time
there,
I
yeah.
was supposed to have
If you wait to pray until you have
an
problems,
appointment with him,
that prayer is
and
not
he
likely to
said
get answered.
when I was back in Nigeria, I said, see me at
That
2 o'clock.
prayer is not likely
You
to
know
get
what?
answered.
I got to his office 5
You are
minutes
praying under
after 2.
duress.
Mm.
Learn how
And they
to
told
pray
me he
even when
just
there's
left.
no
He just
problem.
left his office. Me, where I'm coming from. So, but
Does anybody
I
understand what I'm
not
saying
thought
now?
about this. So
I
I
don't know
was
why
so
we're talking
mad, I
about
was
it,
so
but you know what?
angry.
You've got
But
to
I realized that I was going
continue
to run 5 minutes
in
late. I didn't send
fellowship
any
with
message to tell him
God,
that I was
even
going to
when
be
you
late.
don't
That's
have
number one.
problem.
Number two, now I also
So
did not realize that Once that 5 minutes has gone,
that should be your
I think he
life.
said
Now,
he
there's
wants to move about
something
15 minutes.
I
As far as it's
can
concerned, he has
read a
another
part of
thing
the
that, maybe
scriptures. Like, oh, God,
220 or
I
thereabout.
can pray.
Now,
I'm
no
not
wonder.
praying because
And that's why I'm
I can
surprised. No
pray,
wonder that he was able to achieve whatever he has, because
a lot
they
of times I
live
pray in
by
the
the
Holy Spirit because
principle
sometimes I don't
of
even know
time. You need
what
to
the prayer point
respect
should
people's.
be.
It's a principle.
But the Bible
So if
says
you
that
think
the Holy
5
Spirit
minutes
will
does nothing,
appropriate.
I'm telling you, I told you about 3
He said he
seconds.
knows how to
You could
appropriate
make a lot
our
of
prayer,
difference in people's
especially when he
life.
knows deserve your heart.
It could be so hard. Yeah, life
Get me now.
happens, things
So,
happen,
because
you
it's the
know.
Holy Spirit
But
that
make it
knows
a,
what is in
you
the
know,
heart of
a life
God,
principle that,
who
look,
knows how
if
to
they tell me to
connect
come
what
out,
is
so
in
I'm
your
going to be
heart to
there
what
10
is in the
minutes
heart
to
of
2.
God,
I don't
right?
mind,
So,
hanging around. It's
get to
going to be
that
2.
point
Just
in your
walk
life
towards. But
where
many of us have become
problem is not what is making you to pray.
perpetual late comer.
It is
Even if they
because
say,
you love God. That's why
I
you are
don't know.
praying. You want to be with
I know
Him.
some
That's why
people,
you
they
are
even,
praying.
I've seen a situation
That's
where
why you're
people
doing
even
what
got
you're
late to their
doing.
wedding, to their
So
own
that's so
wedding.
that when you get to a point where you need to
To
pray
their
about
own,
problems,
they get late
it's
to
going to be like,
the wedding.
that woman need to
Principle.
It's not going to be a strange thing, because
Yes, life happens,
sometimes
but
we sound strange when we are
when some
asking
certain
things
things have
from
become
God.
part of you,
Because
you become
all you
emotionally,
ever know was to show up, or
and
to
then
show up when
look
you're
at
having
that thing I told
problems.
you I was supposed to be there at, at 2
How do you
o'clock,
feel,
and I got there.
even
Now
as a
emotionally,
regular
I
person,
think him.
as an
Let
earthly father,
let me
that
pity him.
all that
If
your
he
children
pities me,
does
there
all
are
the time
other
is to show
things
up
he's
and say,
got to
look,
do
daddy, I
that,
need that,
that
I
will
need that.
just keep
And
on,
there was never a time when you are talking
snowballing
normally,
and
playing
affecting
normally,
his days.
smiling normally as
Many
a
of us don't
family.
know the power of 5 minutes. You don't know the
See,
power of
if that
2
has
minutes
been there,
difference.
if your child suddenly show up and say, look, I
You
need
think
this,
it's
it's going
about
to be
1
easy for you
hour.
to
No,
say,
it's not about 1 hour. It's about the 1 minute
it
that
will
you are
just be
wasting.
natural for you to answer that,
You think, oh, what's going to make your life change is
to
about
take
one
care
day.
of that
No,
request, because
it's
there
about
has
the
been
1
a
hour yesterday that
communication
you
before
you
then.
were not
So anyway,
you were doing,
thank you, Mr. Ladiji, for
on
that.
program 1 hour
You
yesterday
want to
is
wake up,
actually
pray,
taking away
meditate.
your life.
Once you wake up,
And at the
and
end
a
of the day,
side
it's
hustle,
going to
very
show
good.
by the time
Everybody
you are
should have
40.
1 or
It's
2
going to show
here
by the time you are
that encourage
50.
us,
It's
whatever
going to
it
show by the
is.
time you are
In
60.
fact, you should get to
That
a
is why
point
you will
where you
see
look
2 people who
at
are
yourself and you
60,
say,
and one is
I
going to be
am
poor, the other is going to be rich.
multi-talented.
Yeah,
We
I
are talking
believe in
about
God's mercy.
capacity
I've said I believe
building.
in God's
Build your
favor. God is
capacity
going to
so
favor you.
much that
But you know what? You got to position yourself that
you
God will
don't
have a reason to favor you.
I'm not even talking in terms of money now. Now I'm talking
Right.
about you will be
Now,
so
take note of those things.
enriched.
We need to run over
You'll be so
a couple of other
enriched so much
things.
that poverty will even fear you.
Oh, I was going to read a particular Bible verse,
Somebody
but time will not
so
let me.
when I'm talking
I'll
about being
skip that
enriched, I'm
until
not talking
next week,
about maybe you want to be rich
Saturday,
like Dangote,
and I'll
but
read
you
that
could be a
very
working
powerful
success
Bible verse I want us to look at, where
because
many of us are
you
actually
have
dwelling
built the
where we're not
capacity to a
supposed to
point that
be right now in
that you
life.
are
So now
attracting
you can move away
success
from there, but let's
ordinarily
leave that.
everywhere you
But
go
the last
to.
thing I'm going to say about the
People
life
will make
principle is
space
this:
for you.
that you
People will
should
beg you to
work
be
more
leader.
about,
You will
you
not
should
force
work
yourself to
more
be a
on
leader
strategic relationship.
because you have built a
Strategic
capacity.
relationship.
You have built a
It's
capacity.
more for those of us who are just turning
All
us
right,
again.
and then you mentioned one
This is just a
talking. I want to
reminder
remember
that
now. What was the thought you
relationship has to
mentioned?
be strategic for you.
I want to remember.
You
Okay,
need
not dumping
some
your problem on people.
spiritual
That is
relationship
key.
in your
It's
life with
something
some
I
certain
sing
people.
that.
Be
You need to
proud of
learn how
your
to do that.
husband.
Yeah,
But
be
many
proud
of
of your
us as
husband. That's
Christians,
something
we
like
think all
that
our
hustling thing.
relationship
Be
is
proud
We
of
should
supposed
be
to
it.
be
proud of our
spiritual.
husband.
Honestly,
It
yeah,
is
whatever
not
you're
to
doing at all, be proud of it. Whatever
all of the
you're
friends
doing, be
you have
proud
in your
of
life.
it.
They are church
Do
people.
it excitingly,
They are church people. And you say
enthusiastically.
you have a
But
global vision. I tell you, your church, your vision is
that's
church
going to
vision. It's going to
attract
be, you are
more
just supposed to
opportunity
remain in
to
your
you.
church.
Those who
Are
are
you getting me now?
never
Now you
enthusiastic,
got to get
never get that
strategic that,
opportunity.
okay, there are some people
Those
that
who are
make
never excited.
that have some
So
spiritual,
whatever your situation is right now,
they
you
have
must
some
be
spiritual connection in your
intentional
life.
about your
You have some
excitement.
people that
That whatever I might be going through, whatever may be happening to me,
they are
I choose to
professional
be happy
relationship. Are you
today.
getting me now?
I choose to be
Some
excited on
relationship
this job. I choose to,
what's it called now?
and
All
a lot
kinds
of
of.
things are, better
I
things
get
are
it
going
now.
to happen to
There's a
you.
spiritual part.
So,
There's a ministerial relationship.
so
That you are not a pastor doesn't mean that
that's on the
you are not in
side
ministry.
hustle.
Are
Don't
you
dump
following
your
me now?
problem on
So
people.
I've said that
Yes,
before
but
now that
that shouldn't still
you are
mean that you
called
don't
to
want to
actually do something
discuss
with your life.
whatever you're
So
going
it is not
around,
about being a pastor that makes you
whatever
have a
you're
call.
going,
It's
through
about
with,
understanding what
with
is God's
people. You don't want to
assignment
keep
for
your
your
mouth shut,
life.
not because
So
you don't want
when you
to,
understand
but you
that,
want to
you will
wait
need
for
to
the right
forge some
time and you
certain
want to say it the
relationship
right way.
to be able to become
See, there's a way
outstanding,
Yoruba say
to be able to stand out in that
You
thing
don't
that
want to
you
sound
are
like
called to do
you're just
with
looking
your
for somebody
life.
to take your weight
So
off
spiritual,
your head.
ministerial,
That
career
person
relationship, professional relationship, you need to strategically look for who to link up with in your profession. You need to strategically look who to link up with spiritually.
If I thought this person can assist, but
so
if not,
relationship has got to be
because I've seen
strategic
people
for you, and you need to understand that there are some certain people that you have to find, you have to pray that God will make you find them. See, these are people that will introduce you to greatness eventually.
That guy, that person is owing American government
that will introduce you to greatness eventually.
Now
strategic relationship, strategic relationship. You know, sometimes I think I was listening to
which is around
what's his name?
How much is that?
Was it?
That's just about
Selman this
$200.
morning,
about $200
earlier in the day today when they were
US,
and he said something about
US
strategic relationship,
money.
and that actually struck me. So sometimes
all your life
it is not
debt,
about what you can do or what you know,
naira.
but honestly,
right now,
it's about who you know.
Right? This person you are asking to help you,
God, I know,
owing
yeah,
American
God is a
government
constant factor. God is always there for
$57,000.
us. But he said something.
That
He
is
said
about
there are
100
so
million
many
naira.
people
You did not even hold
who
1
can
million.
do far,
Now you're not
much more
angry with the
better
person.
than what
You're
he
angry.
can
You're
do.
bitter.
But
We don't
somehow
even know what's wrong
they
with
have
them.
not
They will be
been
in America.
in
They
a
cannot help somebody.
strategic
But this
relationship that
person
will
is
give
owing
them
$57,000.
exposure. Things I'm saying here,
You know,
some of you that
so
can, when you get
whichever
on this
way it
podium,
is,
you can do better than I can do. But
you don't want
you've
to get
not
bitter.
been in a relationship
You don't want to
where
get bitter. If
your
anybody is,
grace,
I
your
was sharing that
potential
with
can
somebody
be
last night,
seen.
and it was just, in fact, it was cursing the
So
person. I said, no. I
deliberately,
said, God
you
will
need to
answer our
move. You
prayer
need to be closer to some
because
people
he thought that
because they're
person
going to
could
be able
help
to see you.
her for
It's not about
something.
what is
But the person
who
was not able
actually
to
is
help
seeing
her.
you. Who
I
is
said,
seeing you?
I know he can help
Who are
me.
the people
And
around your
started
life?
like,
Like I said, all the people that are around you, there are people that can
I said, you
scapush.
better
All
don't
they do is
start saying things that will make her able to start daffing you yourself. Because you don't know what that, you might feel this, people,
have you ever
see,
for one
we
day?
have come to a point where
How many
maybe
of you have
because of where I
seen?
live now, everything looks like a lie to me.
You've been to Bobby
Everything looks
House
like
in
a lie.
Aja, Lekki.
Most people that you see,
Have you
everybody's
ever
just
seen
trying
that place?
to be confident, even in the face of their fear.
Have you ever been to
People have fears.
Moby House in Lekki? Moby House.
Everybody has
You know
fears.
Moby House in Lekki? Anybody knows
Tinubu
it?
has fear.
Oh,
Elon Musk
nobody
has
knows
fears.
Moby House
But you
here
know
in
what?
Lekki.
They're going to smile. They
You've been
fear
there.
that things
You've
might
seen the place.
crumble. They fear that things might not work. They fear that
Have you entered
policy
the
might
place
go
before?
against them. So every day, everybody's trying to fight against somebody. I mean, something. So if you're trying to reach out to somebody and he's not trying to help you,
And just pass
don't get
by. You
bitter.
need some
And
friend
at the
inside
same
that
time,
place.
as much as you have, try and exhaust
Anybody has been
every
in that place
option.
before?
Sit down, have a meeting with yourself, and find out how can I
Anybody
actually
has
get
entered?
out of
Anybody
this.
here who has entered in a Moby House in Lekki before?
I say with due respect, and that's why people don't really. People might think that I speak about my wife. I say, look,
all right,
that's
yeah,
somebody
okay,
I can
no
give my
problem.
life.
Don't
if
worry.
that's what you want, anyway, because I know we're going to a point
But you can take
where
us
in our
there.
life we don't even have anything
Okay,
in the house.
I'll give you a note.
You
Tell
know,
them.
Yes,
Don't even
sir.
need a
Yes,
note.
sir.
When you
and
get
we're
there,
so
just
ashamed
get to
to
the
even
gate.
move
Tell
around
them
and
that
start
I
asking
sent
people.
you.
My wife, an MBA holder, went in front of our house and set up
Just send them.
a
Just tell
recharge
them.
card
Just
center.
tell
And
them
he was
that
telling
I sent you.
she was telling
There are
recharge
so many of
cards.
us who are passing
He said,
by
no, don't
all
worry, I
kind
got
of
this, I got
big
this one.
fine places,
Where did she
beautiful
get the money to
places
get
all over Lagos, in
to do the
Abuja,
charge card from you?
everywhere.
She had to go and meet her mom
Now
to
the
borrow us
question you ask
10,000
yourself is
naira
that
to do the
are
charge
they not
card, to be
human
selling
who are
charge
inside
card.
those offices?
He said, no, you just go
Where
on
do
the
they
street.
live?
At least
Where do they stay?
food will be eating. Don't
What
worry
do they?
about food. This
Why
is charge
come
card, you know.
people in that place are
And
not
I'll be
your own
like,
friend?
why would I not buy
The
a
only
car?
people
Why would
that
I
in
not
the
buy
church
a
that are
Jeep?
your friend.
Why would I do that for her?
The
I
day,
get him now.
the
But
day,
what I'm
I've
saying,
been
at
there a
that
couple of
point in our
times,
lives,
to do a
we
couple of
realize that,
to
look,
do
we're not
some
going to
things
do
and
our
all
own
that.
thing. We just have to
We
find a
didn't
way
enter
around
that
it,
place. I
right?
said no.
And
I
then
need to change
somebody
my
who has
association.
masters and two
Because when you enter
professional
there, you will think, I don't know. I've not been to
PR
Heaven before.
professional, whatever, you know, all those
But
things in
honestly,
their
I don't
mass
want to miss
communication
Heaven.
world.
when I entered that
She's a
place,
professional journalist. She's a
because
professional PR
everything
person. She
looked,
got all of
even though I
that.
was
But for
well
whatever
I was wearing
reason,
very nice suit and all
things
of
are
that.
not just,
But when I
adding
entered
up.
the mobile house in
But
Lekki,
then
I
said,
felt so
well,
dirty.
we're going to pick up our
I
life.
felt like a
And then
dirty
she went off to
person
set up.
because
How many people will do
everything
that
looked so
today? Like,
clean, like
I'd rather wait for
and I know that look,
one money from UK that will come.
see,
For me,
I
you
see
owe me a
people
graduate.
do they
But
have
I was
two
a
heads?
graduate.
Why
She
is
has
it not me that is
masters.
working there? Why is it not me that? Why is it not?
She has masters. She
Why
has
is it
two
not? Why is
professionals.
it that
Look, I'm going to pick up my life.
my
That's why
kids
the
or my
part of,
children or somebody is
you
not
need
going
to
to be
be
there?
proud of your hustle. Call me.
Honestly,
Be proud
by
of whatever you're
association,
doing.
by
Today,
strategic,
is anybody writing it?
when,
Today we're praying one prayer.
by
And she
strategic
said,
relationship,
when
I
she
found
look at
myself inside
where
that
we are,
place.
right now, he said, whether God has not done anything for us, he
I remember,
said,
I think I went to
God
speak
has
in one
done
church, at
great.
my two at the time.
All
I
we
went to
could do was
speak,
just to thank God.
and I happened to meet one of the members of the church, and he said he
I don't
works.
have
I said,
everything I want.
he works in the movie. I
actually
said, you work
want
in
in
the
life
movie
right
house. I
now.
need to
But
visit.
the
I
truth
need
is
to
that
visit your
we
office.
have at
I need to
least
see you.
we have moved a mile. There's a
I said, I need
milestone for
to
us.
see you.
From being
And then we
a
actually scheduled
master's
to meet in
holder
the office, and it
selling
happened to
recharge
be one of
cards
their bosses
to
at the
whatever
time.
God has helped us to achieve
And I'll be
at
like,
this point in
God,
time in our lives.
I have to begin to say, Lord,
We
take
can
me
do
to
it.
places
So,
where,
be proud of your
and
hustle. Don't dump your problem on
where
people.
where
But
actually
at the
when
same
I
time,
see
don't
when I
close your
come out of
mouth.
where I work
I
this
get
and I
him now.
look at the
So,
building,
but
the building is actually
there's a
called
time for
Deloitte. People
everything.
that even know
So
Deloitte, that's the big
that's the point.
Deloitte
So let me
building,
take
in Texas here. It's about 20, whether 29
I see
story
Okpe
building,
Olumade.
and
Was
I'm
it the
actually
last
working
class?
from the 22nd. And my
No.
my
The
office
new
is just
person in
by
the
the
class. All
window,
right,
and
no
when I
problem.
look down like this, I say, wow,
Mr.
the world is
Salau.
beautiful. It's
Or is it
because you are
Dr.
down. That's why you
Salau?
don't know how beautiful the world is. By the time
Not yet.
you're in the
He's going to be a doctor, so
skyscraper.
that's a
And
prophecy.
you're
Let's
saying,
go.
see how beautiful the world is, and you see a lot of beauty places. But when
Yeah, please go
it's when
ahead,
you are
sir.
down there that you think everything is just
Yes,
you know.
sir.
But I'm
Thanks for
just
the
trying to say
opportunity,
that
sir.
on a lighter mood, I was just saying all of that.
Yes, sir.
But
So,
on a very serious note, you
some
need
of
to
the things I
strategically
gained in
position
the
yourself
last
to be
class
where
was
things are happening. Pray for it that God will bring the right people into your life.
Major difference between
and I'll repeat this as well. You need some of us are here. You need to do what I call relationship audits. Some people have to live your life. Some people have to know. Not because you are going to keep malice, but you need to release. You need to stylistically move away from them. Yeah, good. It's good to go to church. It's good to speak in tongues. You know.
Motivation is just a kind of drive.
I'm not saying tongue speaking. I love speaking in tongues a lot because it really helps me to relieve a lot of this in my spirit. But honestly, I want tongues of results. There are people that they speak tongues too in some high level places. That's where I want to see my own tongue. I don't want to see my tongues initially. I want to see my tongues at the top. I want my tongue to produce better results than I want to do my evangelism at the top. Yes, it's good to be evangelist. Yes, it's good to go to the bush. But also I want to go to high places and begin to talk to high people and make them, begin to give their life to Christ. So you need God. I want to trust God to position me for. It's God that actually puts people around. God is going to take it where. But when God sees you, honestly, God is not partial. God is not unfaithful. God is not unreasonable. Sometimes it can be, but honestly, that's just one of the once in a while. Those things happen.
One of the things
that
I do when I really
you need strategic relationship. I'm not writing down. That one is key. That one is
teachings
key.
That some of them have been taught like 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Introduction,
and they are online.
Introduction is going to change your life.
Kosigba, there's no time I hear listening to those messages or those teachings or whatever. What they are more than motivated. I just get
somebody want to pick a job.
You can't sit down. You got to keep moving.
In Sweden. So he wanted to get a contract in Sweden.
As much as we try,
and then he needed somebody to recommend him, and he gave my name. And we're not just saw a number calling me, straight number. I picked it up and they said they're calling from Sweden.
You want to read book? You take discipline to read book.
And they said, look, we're trying to find out something about.
A little garnish of motivation to do.
And they were asking me a question about that person.
I get him now.
And I said, look, don't even go too far.
It takes discipline to even come to this class.
Checking my profile on the
internet. But honestly, you still need a little motivation. Something has to motivate you.
They said something about me myself. I said yes. I said I wholeheartedly, unreservedly recommend that person. And the person got the contract.
I get him now. There are some people that once I hear them, once I hear them teach or preach something
that
new will just jump up.
And I want to do what I want to do with my life. Recommend you professionally.
I was invited
without thinking twice about it.
Last Saturday, and I was there.
I was telling some people to give me professional reference. I was working on some project, and then we need people to provide professional reference. You know what people are giving me? They're writing their pastor's name. I said, your pastor professional.
More than 40 times. So what is that?
I said, give us professional reference. That's all they can think of is
old message.
Up till now, the person has not come out because the only professional he knows in his life is his pastor.
And what's the title of the message?
Okay, what cause does your pastor say his pastor do religious studies? So how does religious study tally with mechanical engineering?
For thou art
he said because you say it is a reference. I said, you don't even know. Even as a mechanical engineer, you don't even know anybody in your profession.
See, whenever I
hear
that
professional reference,
I know God is here.
Because everything you do since you graduate is to go to church.
Said, though I walk to the
I said, what are you doing right now? He's a teacher. So why will you not be a teacher?
I will fear no evil.
Why will you not be a teacher?
You're
not even part of all student association of your mechanical engineering person. You're not even making anything because you think those people are sinners. Those people are sinners. You walk among sinners.
It's a motivation for me.
You walk among sinners. You walk among adulterers. You walk among liars.
What motivates you along with your discipline.
So you need to know what you're up to.
Everybody would write about it.
All right, let's move on.
Now,
like I said, we're
standing on the path of discipline. But you know what?
Ways to find opportunities.
To be able to exercise that discipline.
How you can find opportunities. How you can actually find. I've spoken